Good morning. I'm getting ready to hike to Mount Lafayette on the Franconia Ridge. I can't believe my view right now. This is my view from the parking lot. These mountains are really wow. Look at this trailhead sign. It's got elevations of the mountains. Mount Lafayette, Mount Lincoln, Little Haystack. So that's the plan, to hike up there. This is a cool info board. I'm headed up the Old Bridle Path and Falling Waters Trail. This is a loop trail. Today, I'm gonna get to see a hut in the White Mountains. I've never seen one. I'm excited about it. Franconia Ridge Loop is very, very popular. This is the before and the after. The project fixes decades of severe erosion and vegetation damage from 40,000 plus hikers each year. 40,000! That's a lot of hikers for a very serious trail. This trail is no joke. It is 53 degrees out here this morning. I am chilly. I have on my shorts. I will get warmed up in no time because these mountains are very tall. I will be hiking up. When it's a loop trail, you have to decide which way to go. Apparently, it's more popular to start on the Falling Waters Trail this way because it is a steeper up and hard on the knees when you go down. And the Old Bridle Path, it has views on the way up. I am going to take the Old Bridle Path up because there are really awesome views of the mountains I'm going to. If my tendon in my leg is giving me fits, I will get views and I can turn around and I don't have to do the whole loop. The whole loop is 8 miles and I started at 7:15. I'm just hoping to finish by 3. I can still hear the highway. Pretty. Someone had to carry this sign into the woods. Oh, wow. Wow, so we're going this way, even though there are steps that way. Interesting. The sections of the trail that are like this, so eroded into this deep ditch, or make it obvious why they have the restoration project happening. Definitely need some steps to prevent further erosion. That bird. Pretty sure I'm going up there. Wow. It's mind-blowing that I'm just gonna be hiking up there in a little while. nature of the trail is changing a little bit. The trail. I can see blue sky straight ahead. These berries are really pretty. They're like a matte and not glossy. This looks like mountain laurel to me, but I genuinely don't know if mountain laurel is all the way up here. There are little tiny berries on it. I stood still for a minute and I discovered that the black flies, they do bite. They're enthusiastic here. I haven't put any picaridin on yet, so I'd have to take a break and put some on. I've come to a proper view spot. The trail is just this rock straight up. Have to use my hands. So here's another view spot, but this one is really cool because you can see most of the way around. And down there, pretty sure that's where I took a break. One of those rocky spots, maybe the farthest left one. Just walked up from there in the past, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. I think that might be ski slopes over there. I see a ski lift. The trail. So we're hiking through the woods and then occasionally popping out for views. And I love being able to see that that's where I was down there. That road is I-93. That goes back to Lincoln, where I'm staying. I think that pointy one is Mount Liberty. And I'm not hiking that today. I'm hiking up here. And then coming, I think that's a little haystack. Or maybe that. And then I'll be coming back down. It's another hiker highway today. Wow, it is so pretty here. I'm just seeing the hut for the first time. And holy cow. Wow. This is amazing. This is Greenleaf Hut. And wow, the views. It took me 3 hours and 20 minutes to get up here. It's, I think, 2.9 miles. I did take my time. I stopped a bunch once there were views. It's so nice. I'm inside the hut, and there's this pond right there. They've got some handy fly paper here. All right, a tour of the inside of the hut. Kitchen. And there's the common area for eating. You can get lemonade and baked goods. And then the dormitories back here. Oh, here is oh my God, it's a third level bunk. So bunks, the mattresses look smaller than twin. And then that's open to the hallway. And then there's an actual bathroom down here. So these toilets are composting toilets, but there's no odor. And then there are sinks and soap. It's really nice. I think it costs about $125 for one night in the bunk. Having a seat outside of the hut. Sitting on a rock, enjoying a sub sandwich, and these amazing views. I think next up I climb up there. I think that's the peak of Lafayette. That lake down there is called Eagles Lake, and the trail up to Lafayette is a mile and about 1,000 feet of elevation gain. I can see people up on the ridge. I'm so happy I decided to do this hike. The White Mountains are beautiful. All right, here we go for the final uphill. Well, hiked up from the hut, and you can still see that's the part of the trail I came up with all the viewpoints. Pretty cool. I just turned around further and I can see the hut. It's really amazing. Wow. A lot of hikers out today. The weather is so perfect for it. I'm afraid I'm going to take 1,000,000 minutes of video because this is so beautiful. A big rock cairn, and then a little duck into the trees, but I can still see where I'm going. The trail here is a little bit of up and down, so I have to go down there and then back up. And I can see some people hiking right there. That's a pretty big rock cairn. Now I can see to the north as well. Pretty close now. Hiking up that way, but I just stopped to turn around beside a rock cairn. I can see down there, down to the hut. There's some hikers with walkie-talkies with their family member. It's so cute. So close. I'm so close to the top, but I just have to take a break. Wow, I can see a lot of hikers on the ridge over there. All right, I'm gonna zoom in and see if I can show them. See the hikers? I'm going there. Sometimes I get to talk to other hikers who are marveling at this beauty just as much as I am. It's really nice. I wish I could do the whole trail. I love it so much. Look how far away that little hut is. And then my original viewpoint. Ski slopes down there. It's afternoon now. There are so many hikers coming the opposite direction. I think, looks like all of them, or nearly all of them, came from the same parking lot where I started. But they did the other part of the loop first. The hut is so tiny now. This is a very popular place to be. So the top of Lafayette. Wow. I wonder if that really tall one in the distance is Mount Washington. I bet it is. It looks like the tallest thing going. It looks really far away, but I now know that 5 miles looks very far away. And that's way more than 5 miles from here. This is the view southbound of the Appalachian Trail. So the top of Lafayette is where I hooked up with the AT. This is absolutely stunning. I'm at 5,260 feet, Mount Lafayette. It's the tallest peak in New Hampshire outside of the presidential range. It's very, very high. It took me about 5 hours and 10 minutes to get up here. It was, I think, 4 miles. Yeah, and I'm just hanging out up top because it's so pretty. It's just so gorgeous up here. There are a lot of people, and I just don't mind one bit. It's a steady stream of people coming up that trail, and usually coming up in this crack in the rock. That's the trail to come up. Seems pretty steep. I've been here for about 40 minutes. I could stay here for a very long time. So pretty. There's a bird here who clearly knows that people drop their crumbs. I missed seeing the white blazes on the way up. It's nice to be on the AT again. And now I get to hike along the ridge and just have these amazing views for at least an hour. It's 1.7 miles along the ridge from Lafayette to Little Haystack, and that'll take me more than an hour. So I just get to look at this gorgeousness. I don't want to leave. It's so beautiful. I'm so sad I can't keep hiking up here. Check out these scrubby trees and the way the trail is. Just, some views while I'm walking. Wow, this is cool. There's the hut, Greenleaf Hut. And there are, again, the places I first had views today. I can still see Mount Washington over there. The sign about the Alpine Zone. Oh, I think I see a Some sort of citrus fruit peel over there. I have to put my glasses on and see if that's true. Alpine plants take decades to grow. Under your feet, they die in a day. Stay on the trail. There's Lafayette. Just came down from there, and the trail has started going back up to Lincoln. I can still see Greenleaf Hut, the ski slopes, and it's up to Mount Lincoln. And that's the tunnel of tall trees I just came from, right there. And I am a few steps from Mount Lincoln, I think. I'll have to check my map because I'm not actually positive. Maybe that next one is Lincoln. Okay, so this is not Lincoln. I think that is. My map says it's a half a mile away.
Yeah, and the sale I made is a 110.
There's a guy up here on a business call.
I think what you really need to do, Charlie, I think the more I look at it, is get an inboard lead working.
Some sort of alpine flower. I can still see Lafayette back there. The blue is just incredible. Mount Washington now has a little cap of clouds over it. There they are again. There's that viewpoint, my first view. I was looking up here. Pretty cool. You can see the hut down there. And Mount Lafayette, which is just 0.8 away, I think. Maybe 0.9. I'm finally at the top of Lincoln, and it turns out it's a whole mile away from Lafayette back there. Just came from up there. I have a little patch of level dirt, which is nice and also quite unusual today. It's been hard for me to use my phone while walking. I'm not actually sure which one is Haystack, Little Haystack, I mean, where I'm going to get off the AT and go down the trail to the parking lot. Came around the corner to see this really cool rock tower. I just turned around and Mount Washington is looking really different from here. There it is. Wow. Look at all these mountains. I wish I knew what some of the other ones were. No idea. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I'm on the top of Little Haystack. I put my sun hoodie on because I decided I'd had enough sun. I'm gonna go downhill from here. Behind me, that tall peak is Lincoln. You can't even see Lafayette from here. It's on the other side. But you can see Greenleaf Hut over there. So I came from Lincoln, I came from Lafayette on the other side. I came from that hut, and then you can still see, that's the first viewpoint I had. Still see that ridge. And then I'm going down back to the parking lot that way. It's pretty steep. So I'm taking Falling Waters Trail back to the parking lot. It is a couple minutes after 3 o'clock. So this day is definitely taking longer than I had hoped, but I have really been enjoying the views and the gorgeous weather. These plants are your national forest. They grow by the inch and die by the foot. This downhill is so slow going because it's so steep. I could not possibly hold my phone and take a single step down this. Hands or poles all the way. I just sat down to take a break because this is exhausting. It's definitely rough on the knees. My right leg tendon is super tired. And I'm really glad I did this hike, but this part where I'm not even to the waterfalls yet. So on the way back, there are waterfalls. I'm like, just get me back to the car. Oh my God. It's about 10 after 4. And when I stopped to take a break, I ate the other half of my footlong sandwich. My son is coming to visit me with his girlfriend. They have been driving all day. I'm very, very excited to see them. But at this point, I'm running so late that I'm just fingers crossed that I have enough time to get back to the condo, shower, do laundry, and be ready for when they arrive so we can go out to eat. I can at least walk down the trail and hold my phone now. There's definitely dirt places, and the rocks aren't quite as steep in this section. And look at this, a nice stairs. Yes, very nice. It's 4:51, and I have not even reached Cloudland Falls. I think it's 1.3 miles from my car. The trail conditions are so much better right now, but I'm so tired that I'm still pretty slow. I have very little water, so once there's water that I can get, I will need to stop and filter. I just got some water in this lovely brook. I believe I hear the falls. I just had to walk down that wet rock. This is the third time I am crossing this brook. Wow, this looks sketchy. I can't even totally tell if I'm supposed to go up in here or, oh, nope. I'm not supposed to go in there. The next blue blaze is along the edge here. Thank goodness for these blue blazes. It is the only way I have any idea where I'm going. Cloudland Falls. And here's another crossing of the brook. I am back at the fork. That's the trail that I took this morning. And this is about 2/10 to the parking lot. It is 10 minutes after 6, 11 hours for an 8-mile hike. I mean, I know I took long breaks at the hut and the top of Lafayette, but still, whew. I'm back at the car. Wrapping up my day. After I got back, I showered and did laundry. We got some takeout and we walked to go pick it up because they had been sitting in the car all day. And we ate and we planned out our day for tomorrow. And then we just all hung out. And it's just so nice that they're here. We planned for them to come visit me in Vermont, like back in January. And we're going to have a little vacation time in New Hampshire, but we're also going to Vermont. And so we've started planning some of that out. And I am very, very tired. So I am headed to bed.